All right, and we're off in the finals. Very exciting. I will start the clock.
Necra, Dega, Seta. Yeah, I'm a zoomer here. No idea what those are.
So the first ever set that had
Delver.
enemy color and wedge colored stuff was
Uh-huh.
Apocalypse in Invasion Block back
Okay.
in I think 2002 or something like that.
Okay.
And they were called Necra, Dega, and Seta, and some other names. But they didn't really catch on. But maybe
Okay.
some people use those. So Revenge of the Seth is right. I forgot about those.
Ah, Delver did not flip. Womp womp.
Yeah, we're a Delver flip away from bingo. I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we just need that Delver flip to get there.
Whoa. Roland taps to the left?
Roland
Does
taps
he
to the
always
left.
tap to the left? Have I missed this?
Um,
I feel like I've watched him play.
I sometimes tap to the left, but I don't know if
What?
Roland does.
Counterbalance on the stack.
I think it's a habit that started in COVID times though, because I now have my left hand manipulating my board and my right hand on my
Okay.
mouse when I'm playing.
Okay.
Obviously playing on webcam. I don't use my mouse when I'm playing with people.
Counterbalance is going to resolve.
Yep.
Trigger Delver. It flips.
It flips. I'll flash the bingo card between the rounds. But we did hit a bingo just now, so I'm going to add a poll to chat as soon as this, because the prediction's going right now. I'm going to hold off.
Mhm.
Actually, we can end the prediction. If you didn't predict by now, you're cheating. All
That's true.
right,
That
so
advantage bar is live now.
63% of the channel points committed were for Jeskai Mentor, which is interesting. Maybe people listening to me are making their own assessment of the situation. All right, let's get this poll up from Monday's stream.
Starting off with the swing. Second main phase is going to be a follow-up. Sylvan Library.
Yep.
Counterbalance trigger. Oh. I did not actually see what it was. Oh, it was a Dreadhorde Arcanist, a Womp Womp.
Oh, okay. Just setting up this poll. All right. So which format?
And Roland's going to end his turn with a Ponder. And that resolves no days, or at least not days on that card. So what is Roland looking for here? His graveyard isn't really ready for a Dreadhorde Arcanist yet.
Mm-hmm.
Neither is it ready for that matter for Hooting Mandrills. So I think it's, Oko would be a great find. Maybe Brainstorm to keep on digging because he just needs a little more fodder for those payoff cards. And obviously counter spells.
Yep. Yep. All right. So I'm going to try something different with this poll today. I'm going to have just 3 formats, and I'm going to let chat go nuts. Legacy with
Like leave it
Kaldheim,
up for a long time.
Modern with Kaldheim, yeah, and Vintage. I'm going to start that now. So good luck, everybody. All right. Brainstorm resolving here. Swords on the Delver.
Swords. That's going to resolve, so no counter, or at least no. I feel like you'd fight over that if you're Roland. So.
Yeah, that was risky with
Or he
Days
might
live,
be.
but maybe he put a 2 on top.
Yeah. Maybe he's feeling like his counters are more for disrupting Rich instead of protecting his spells. There's the Oko. That could have been
Oko.
found off the Ponder.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, the Lizard King. Don't forget to vote in the poll if you want to see Vintage on Monday.
Yep. I'm a bit
I
confused.
think everyone gets one vote, and then you can spend your channel points or cheers to vote more.
Yep.
Roland's going to start off by elking the Astrolabe.
I'm going to tune into the players just for a moment to check life totals.
I'll pass turn.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
How did Rich gain life? Is Rich at 18 or 21?
I'm at 15.
He's at 15.
And Roland's at 21.
Oh,
Swords.
okay. So so Roland's was throwing me off because it was like flipped. Okay,
Oh, okay, yeah.
moving on.
Okay, I'll draw for turn.
Okay. Roland's phone was confusing me. Okay, he's switching it now. He realizes like
There
they
we go.
were on the wrong side. Okay. No wonder. All right. You still got me on Discord?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Rich
Pithing
has
Needle.
not been seeing land drops. He's been working on just 2 lands here, which might be a reason why Roland decided to elk the Astrolabe.
Mm-hmm.
Pithing Needle, I assume it's naming Oko.
Yeah.
Gotta fetch first.
I know I would name Oko. I don't think there's anything even other than fetch lands worth naming.
Oh, so I guess it's on the stack, and then once it resolves, you name it.
Yeah.
But that was a preemptive fetch just in case it named the fetch land, and it did indeed name Oko.
All right. Oko's shut off, everybody. Attacking with the elk. Doesn't even attack Oko. I love it.
Yeah, I still haven't decided, especially after playing the Vintage Cube and seeing Okos. With it coming down and being able to be at such a high loyalty, I generally these days have been avoiding it and going straight for the player. I don't know if that's right. And everything, of course, is circumstantial.
With the Oko shut off, you mean? Or no?
Just in general.
Oh, okay.
Like, sometimes I just think it's better for me to be the aggressor and ignore the Oko. Which is probably not true. It's just, it always seems to take so many darn swings to kill the Oko. It's so frustrating.
It's definitely situational. The Oko can gain 3 life a turn and can make an army to stop you from continuing your fight. So
This is true. I probably
Depends.
should pay more attention to it.
Oko is just a card that, despite everybody's hate or love for the card, it's just blatantly a card that you have to deal with as soon as possible or you lose.
Sure.
Elks are getting in damage here, though, because of the Pithing Needle. Cali feels confident that Oko's not worth attacking for now. And here's Dreadhorde.
Yeah. Yeah, and Cali's been able to follow up with some more mana. He's got hit to land drop and Astrolabe.
Yep.
Preordain. Counterbalance revealing a land.
Top bottom, it looks like, right?
Mm-hmm. Read.
So what
Lots
is
of
Roland
mana to
looking
work
for
with.
right now?
Yeah,
What does
he's
he
got
need?
lots of mana to work with. That Oko was definitely something he was looking for earlier. But now he's got to deal with some creatures on the board. So, Rug Delver and dealing with permanents. Yeah, we're going to be looking for things like Bolt,
Mhm.
Chain Lightning, and, yeah, maybe a few permanents of your own. It's time for a Hooting Mandrills, Dreadhorde Arcanist, or a Delver.
Yep. Bolting the Dreadhorde was pretty good.
Yeah.
But here's another one, though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's going to be Forts pitching Oko. Interesting
that.
pitching the Oko.
Oko's shut off, so Oko's a dead
Both
card.
Okos would be shut off, of course, yeah.
Oko's good to pitch there.
All right,
This
that does
counterbalance
not
hasn't done
resolve.
anything, right?
But he is at 7. It did get an early Sylvan Library.
Oh, it did. Okay.
Waste on the Tundra, cutting white off, sort of. The Arkham Astrolabe obviously can filter for any color.
Yep. Roland's getting really low. On Monastery Mentor.
Mentor's
This
the
is rough.
follow-up. Another land. And another Oko.
All right.
Especially
too
when
many
you draw
Okos.
3 Okos. That needle did a lot of work.
Yep. And we will do pre-modern next week on a day to be determined. So pre-modern fans need not worry. I still owe everybody the extra stream, end the pre-modern stream. It will happen next week, I promise. All right. Wooded Foothills, and we're off for game 2. Chisel Tizzle went to get a snack. What does that mean?
You
Chisel
still
Tizzle didn't
won?
even vote for Vintage?
Did you not vote for Vintage? Oh.
Let me look at these
Sorry.
poll results more closely.
Turn 1, Ponder. Oh man, Vintage.
Chisel
I
Tizzle.
have dabbled.
Chisel Tizzle voted for Legacy, it looks like. Oh, wait, no. Oh, no. Chisel Tizzle voted for Modern. I'm sorry. For Modern. I read I read it backwards. Contributing for Vintage was Jebediah, Echo, and Log T with a sad only 400 points for Log T. Sorry, Log T. You still won, though. Revenge of the Seth with the Star Wars all over chat today. Let's see. All right, bunch of cantripping and wastelanding happening here.
Yeah. Don't know what I would play on Vintage right now. Tried a couple of different decks. Shops, not great right now. I did a variant of like a Hollow One Vengevine deck that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I think it might be Paradoxical Storm if I were to try my next deck.
In Vintage?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I like that. Okay. So again,
Or just Eldrazi.
in in
works
Vintage,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Vintage. I don't even remember what I played the last time I played Vintage. I think I played Lutri again. I like Lutri.
Okay.
I'm a
Nice.
Lutri person.
Yeah, I think I remember your deck was somewhat similar to Landon's, which is a blue-red Pyromancer control deck.
Yeah. Maybe I'll play Lutri on Monday. Trying out Banton Vintage. All right.
Okay, cool. I don't feel like I know any decks of that color combination.
Jebediah, if you want to play on Monday, DM me because I'm not going to remember if you tell me now.
For sure. So cantrips for days. Actually, speaking of cantrips, I played my first D&D ever last Saturday. That was fun. I'm a spellcaster, so I have cantrips.
So, what is that? Okay, so what is your D&D character?
I am a druid, a human druid. I'm
Okay.
true neutral, and I'm all about like nature and like following the signs of nature. True neutral is what I'm going for. It's my first character. We're doing a one-shot, and so we're all level 5. We're using this we're going to do a couple of one-shots so that we can decide what we really like about our characters before we start keeping them for campaign after campaign.
Yep. Okay. I don't have a D&D character, but I would be a necromancer demon level 29.
Nice.
No, I'm just kidding.
Nice.
I don't even know if that
Well,
is
you
something that
could-
exists.
Necromancy is definitely a thing. And so you can do anything you want. You can be anything, basically. If you think it, you can build it.
I think that's what people like about D&D. By the way,
Was that a counterbalance discarded to hand size because for the life of him, Rich cannot get another land?
yep. I was gonna say, by the way, where is Daniel? We need Daniel Era here because people are speaking Portuguese in the chat, and I'm trying to figure out what they're talking about, and I don't know.
I am definitely sending it through Google Translate every single time someone says something.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, my understanding is we're basically talking about how everyone is just shuffling their decks and doing
Oh.
um,
Oh,
answers.
okay. That makes sense.
Google Translate is not amazing, so I could be wrong. For
Bones
sure.
and Robs are where are you in the world? I've been working on, and this is like a long-term projects, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on trying to have, and I started this when I started streaming. I'm working on trying to have Portuguese and Spanish language 90s MTG streams, and uh, and yeah, that's it.
Cool.
I'd love to do that. We're from Brazil.
When
Awesome.
we visited Japan, I was like, should we play Magic? Can we play Magic in not English? And then we were like, well, at the time, the only formats that we could play where we have all of the card arts memorized and everything like that, like every single card, would either be Modern or Legacy.
Hmm.
And we just decided we weren't willing to travel with our Modern and Legacy decks.
Gotcha.
But we
Yeah.
did go to Haruya in Tokyo, and it was awesome. But um,
Yeah. I
didn't
I
actually play.
I've been to shops in other countries where, nobody spoke English, but I didn't play. And I kind of
Yeah.
regret never like making the time to play while traveling.
Mm-hmm.
It was always just like stop in a shop, check what kind of stuff they have, buy myself
Buy a few packs.
buy a
Yeah.
few packs in other languages or pick up some singles or something. Um, anyway,
Well, it looks like Roland is the first one to commit some permanents to the battlefield. We've got a Hooting Mandrills and a Sylvan Library. So those are pretty decent.
yep. This game is going much better for Roland with the Sylvan Library online and counterbalance in the graveyard. So,
Mm-hmm.
so the advantage bar is heavily to Roland's side here in game two. Is my
Yeah,
point.
especially with that wasteland on the volcanic island. Now, Rich did have the follow-up plains, but he
Oh,
is just
yuck.
discarding again to hand size.
Yep, that's rough. Discarding the hand size, unless obviously you're playing some deck that's trying to do it on purpose, is
Yeah,
just the worst feeling in Magic. It's the worst.
truly. Yeah.
That's the most feel bad thing that can happen to a Magic player in my mind.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Dreadhorde. Um,
Yeah, the Dreadhorde is going to get swords off of that plains.
okay.
But it looks like Roland's going to have a think. He's going to let that resolve.
More
And
worried
the
about
turn,
the.
Roland's going to go for a surgical. What do you think he's going to target?
Ooh, maybe swords? All right,
I
that's
think
a
so.
scoop.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah, if I was rich and
That's
he named
enough.
swords, I'm scooping.
Yeah, I think there's going to be more, especially since we got a god as recently as today, right? Earlier
Yeah.
today, or was
Mhm.
that yesterday?
Just today. Yeah.
And I did assume that this is going to be a big god-based. I almost thought it was odd because we just went to Theros, which is obviously a huge god-based plane.
Yep.
So maybe we won't be doing as many, but we certainly have had a few so far. So,
Yep. I think
what do you
there's going
think
to be
of
like
the
10.
continuing use of these flip cards?
Oh, I
Are you
love it.
excited to see more of them?
I am very excited to see more of them. Yeah, I hope we see them very often. The modal double face cards are some of the coolest things they've added to Magic in recent years.
I'm surprised how seemingly dissimilar the two sides are. Now, in general, they've been, the same color and things like that.
Hmm.
But this time we got like um, Asika,
Yep.
who is green on one side and then a Wooburg on the other side.
Hmm.
And the Valky, who's black on one side, and then a Rakdos on the other side. I was not expecting different colors ever to be part of that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Also, I guess they count as all those colors for Commander, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Anywhere on the card, it'll count.
Okay. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
What was I gonna say? Oh, the
Oh yeah, I want more dwarves. I think it's so cool that they're doing a dwarf sub theme, but I haven't seen any
oh,
more
true, yeah.
dwarves.
I think dwarves are pretty minimal so far, right?
Mm-hmm.
other
I
than
mean,
a few
there have
commons.
been a few, and there have been very red based, which I guess is fine.
Hmm.
But I want to see more.
Uh, but oh, that's what I was gonna say. The double face cards. It's so interesting to have to like commit to one side or the other, even with the lands. Like I've been playing with some of the lands on
Mm-hmm.
an historic on Arena. You play the blue land, you don't get the black land anymore. You just don't. That option is
Yeah.
no longer available. I like that. It's cool.
So Rich is out to an early, he's the one who got the first permanent on the battlefield or first threat on the battlefield with a Dreadhorde Arcanist, and out comes Astrolabe. And coming back over to Roland, who turn 1 pondered. I did not notice if he shuffled or not. Ooh,
I'm not sure. Yeah,
okay.
rolling now.
So in the
Bolting
draw
Dreadhorde.
step, he's going to bolt the Dreadhorde Arcanist, or just before the draw step, excuse me. And then after, in the draw step, Surgical is going to go for Dreadhorde Arcanist in response, Brainstorm.
All right. So the surgical did get brought in. We were talking about that during the break. Do you want a surgical in this matchup? I guess you do. I guess you do.
Yeah.
Rolling a bit better player than I am, I think, and
Yeah.
choosing to
Bolting
bring
the
it in.
threat and then Surgical follow-up. Seems good.
I like it particularly, again, now that I think about it a bit more, against Rich, because he only has the 8 creatures. He only
Right?
has the 8 creatures in the deck. So if you remove half of them, in theory, um,
Big, yeah.
you know, how does he win the game becomes a lot more of a big question. We'll see if we see Meddling Mage or Court of Grace.
Yeah. The sideboard, Rich is saying that all of his forces are out and the Blood Moon is in.
Ooh, okay. Blood Moon is in.
And I couldn't hear what the other ones were. I assume it's the blasts. Yeah, he said the blasts are in. There is a blast in hand.
Mhm.
Double Ponder, Daze, Mentor, and Swords.
Yep. But Dreadhorde is out of the picture here for game 3.
Yeah.
That's significant. I mean, that's a pretty big deal.
We saw him win games off of the back of Dreadhorde being able to flashback removal spells against Death and Taxes, for sure.
Yep. Yep. We still see Mentor is in hand, so that's going to have to be dealt with at some point if Roland's going to win this game, I think. Rich with a follow-up play. I'm assuming a cantrip getting dropped here. He froze for a minute for me.
Ponder.
Ponder. Okay.
Filtering through the Arkham's Astrolabe. OP.
Yep. Yep. Wolverine is what Ben is hoping for in chat.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a creature type we should probably have more of.
Yeah.
Brainstorm and response. Does that get dazed? Does he go for it? Nope, he lets it resolve. All right. We know Cali has daze, so.
Mm-hmm.
So where's the advantage bar right now in your mind?
I think we're back to parity? Parlay? Something with a P. I think we're a
I
little
think it's
closer
parity. Yeah.
back to even because neither of them have a threat, though we do know Roland knows about the Monastery Mentor, so he'll be able to prepare for it, which then I think I'm going to put the advantage towards Roland because he has more information.
All right. All right. Let's see.
Gonna go for Sylvan
17.
Library.
1,720 channel points have been committed to this match. 63% in favor of Jeskai Mentor. So a lot of channel points are on the line. Sylvan Library. It's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah. And it resolves, did not, because he played around days.
Yep.
Counterbalance off the top.
Ooh, nice. It's pretty significant.
So if you've got the counterspell in hand that you're saving for the mentor, yep, the counterbalance is going to resolve.
Yep. Ponder.
So if you're Rich, what CMC do you want to try to leave on top with this ponder?
I think
What do you
2.
not want to see from Roland?
maybe
Or
not
what does
two,
he have the
maybe not.
most of?
Maybe not two.
I think I'm gonna leave one if I get to pick.
Yeah, maybe one is still best. Mm, yeah.
Sylvan Library is still a mess to resolve on MTGO, as is everything, but that one is still
Oh, is it?
just obnoxious. Yeah.
Like people are messing up their how much life they're paying and whatnot. Is that what you mean?
Anytime you have to put cards back on the top of your library, it's a little goofy because you have to click the card and then it goes on top, and then click the card and then goes on top. And you can't. It's just so easy to do that wrong, or at least I do that wrong all the time.
Gotcha.
You can at least undo the library. Waste on the, what is the only Tundra?
You mess up Ponder on MTGO? I haven't touched an MTGO in a while, but it seems
So
like it's a
you
mess.
do ponder and you look at your 3 cards and you're like, okay, I got it. I'm gonna put this card, this card, this card back, and then draw. Got it. And then you click shuffle on accident.
Oh
Before you
no.
draw. Or you do the wrong thing because you like do the thing and then it's like shuffle or draw, and then you click the wrong thing. No matter what it is, you did the opposite.
Well,
And they're little itty bitty buttons.
I'm avoiding the whole thing. Dread Horde. All right.
Dreadhorde
What does he have on
follow-up,
top?
love it. Here's the counterbalance trigger, maybe? He's thinking about prismatic fisting into a random card, so I think that means Rich left a 1 on top.
Well, that's not good.
With Sylvan Library, if you put it back and you control Z, yes. Yes, so if you like put it back and you didn't mean to, it'll come back up into the thing. But if it's the last one, I don't think you can undo it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So he's going to let that go.
Yep. People are learning MTGO skills tonight. That's good.
If you want to see people misclick on MTGO, you just watch me play. It's like, it's a win. If I didn't misclick through a tournament, I'm like, yes, I'm the best.
Oh,
Or if I
man.
didn't time out. But now I'm trying to take a slightly different strategy because you have 25 minutes and you have 3 games. I'm like, okay, if I do 8 minutes a game, that's my goal off of my clock. So if I start round 3 with 8 minutes, I've considered it correct. Like I did well.
Gotcha.
Or game 3.
So I feel like the advantage bar is sliding over to the right now with Roland having Sylvan Library and Dread Horde online. And
Yeah, I
Rich, I mean, do we know what's left in Rich's hand at this point? Do we know anything? I've kind of lost track.
Without double ponder, so lots has changed potentially. Well,
Right.
maybe not, but we knew about the days that has still not been cast. And the Monastery Mentor, which has still not been cast. And then there's the Swords. So that is happening now on the Dread Horde.
Oh no, not misclicked in the PTQ top 8,
I
Jeff.
know the feels.
Oh man.
I know the feels. I mean, mine have never been that high stakes, but I know how awful that feels.
How's it going, Jeff? So Jeff, Jay Lynn in chat right now has been playing this. I have to pick up some Living Wishes. He's been playing this awesome Living Wish deck online on Magic Online
Awesome.
in Legacy.
In Legacy,
And
okay.
it is, yeah. If you could find a link, please share it in chat. Oh, you got the card. Okay, I'll find a link to the deck.
Yeah.
This deck is amazing. See if I can find it successfully. I think I'm the only one that could share links in chat. Let's see. Found it. Urion with Living Wish. This thing is a masterpiece, and I'm going to build it and try and play it on stream at some point. I love it. All right, so Dreadhorde died, Delver died, and now we're back at advantage bar in the middle, I think. This has been a good game.
But Sylvan Library, well, yeah, so it just depends. Are you like Sylvan Library is more the edge or Counterbalance is more the edge? I'm not sure.
I say Sylvan Library, but still, it's
Me
like
too, I think.
it's difficult.
But with your ability to cantrip and manipulate the top of your deck with Ponders and Preordains and Brainstorms,
Exactly.
you're bumping up the value on Counterbalance. But I think the floor is higher on Sylvan Library.
Yep. So Roland drawing an extra card now, going to 8.
Yeah, it's taking a think. It's gonna pay. He's paying 8. Here we go.
Uh-oh. Going down to 4. With the game on the line.
Those are some good cards.
Yep.
Let's see what the sequence is gonna be. A land.
And a reminder, everybody watching, hit that follow button. Hit the like button if you're watching on YouTube. I appreciate it. Oko is getting Pyroblasted.
It's gonna get Pyroblasted.
Oh, we knew about the Pyroblast since the beginning. We knew about that.
Oh, we did. That's right.
Yep. Forgot about that.
Force pitching. I do not know how many cards Rich has in hand either.
I don't know either.
Ponder, but I think he has a full grip or close to it.
Yep.
Because Roland only has 2 as the follow-up. I feel like if Rich is able to land the Monastery Mentor, though if Roland's able to stick the Oko, the Monastery Mentor can be dealt with.
Oh, that's right. We knew he had a Monastery Mentor in hand, right? Didn't we know that?
Mm-hmm.
We did.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's had that for a long time.
Yep. Just never felt like a safe time, I guess.
Oh no. Is Rich frozen or is he really thinking?
I-
Okay, he's really thinking.
See, it catches you, right?
Right?
They stop moving
Alright,
for
so
1 second.
Oko
It's like, that's it.
resolves.
We froze. All right, makes with food. Yep.
Okay, so the Oko, I assume, is going to be able to deal with the Monastery Mentor whenever it comes down.
Yep.
He didn't trigger Counterbalance on that. Interesting.
He probably knew it was on top, I guess.
Yeah.
I kind of lost track of where we were with cantrips and all that, but he must have known. Good point.
Oh, yeah.
I actually made that exact mistake against Rich in a match we played on stream weeks and weeks ago. Sacrificing your food while their red is tapped is very important. It is very important. There's the mentor.
Okay, so there's the mentor.
Passing.
Eat the food.
So now we're in a position where if he tries to eat the food, Rich can bolt him in response. And that's the danger. That's the danger of the situation right now. He has the red online with the Astrolab. Roland needs to be careful. If I was Roland, I'd probably think about making another food.
Yeah. And leaving the mana up. That's tough.
Yep.
Because you've got to deal with the Monastery Mentor.
Yep, exactly. Oh, well, okay. So maybe I have the math wrong. If you elk the no, you can't elk the mentor. Never mind. You still
Exactly.
die. He's just stumbled and dropped the card he drew, which was a Delver, but that's okay.
Okay.
Trade for
Right,
a
I
mentor,
think you
try
have
to
to
win.
trade for the mentor and try to win. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably better. Chad is right.
So are you going to start with elking the mentor?
Ugh. I mean, the possibility that
Or are you
Rich
saying...
has a bolt in hand makes things really difficult to decide right now. Of course, we don't know what's in Roland's hand other than a Delver that we accidentally saw for a moment. The Delver is a chump blocker, obviously.
Okay.
bolt.
So here's a weird question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is there any reason to do a -5 here?
Oh, yeah. But -5.
Like it does have that third mode.
If you -5 to give Rich the food, and he
And
bolts
take
you
the
in response,
Oh, yeah.
nothing gets exchanged and you die.
Oh, that's what he's gonna go for.
Oh, okay. So he's going for the swap. Okay.
Bum bum bum.
Let's see if he bolts in response. He touched
Oh,
the island, so I'm
touching that
assuming he
mana.
has bolt. I'm assuming he has bolt based on his deciding to touch that island just now. All right, he's tapping.
Oh, filtering white.
Oh, okay.
Swordsing his own mentor, making a monk.
Interesting. So he does not
And
have a
then
bolt.
dazing the swords to plowshares. So he's making himself a monk trigger on the way out.
Okay.
So now, okay, here's the question. Do you eat the food in response?
Well, you want to take the 4/4 mentor now, right?
Do you?
I think so, because he has 2 monks. He has 2 monks. And so now, is mentor no longer a legal target for Oko? Oh, wait, hold on a second. I'm
no,
confusing myself.
It doesn't check on the way in, on the way out, I don't think.
I'm pretty sure it does. It would have to be a creature power
Does it?
3 or less, so it's no longer a legal target. I think is. Do the players need me right now? Are they okay?
They're working through it right now. Roland is asking about the power and toughness of Monastery Mentor, but Bolt is going to...
Okay, it looks like they resolved it, right? They figured it
so
out.
the prowess trigger was still on the stack, and then Roland decided to bolt the Mentor.
Okay.
So in the end, it didn't matter, but I am still curious to know if Oko is one of those checks on is an if and then, and I don't feel like it is.
Yeah, it chat's
Like
right
it's not
here.
a Volakit trigger.
It would no longer be a legal target, so Oko's ability would basically be countered. Fizzle, whatever term you
Upon
prefer.
resolution, countered upon resolution.
Basically,
Is
yeah.
it though?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Alright, and then Roland's gonna pass. But I feel like he should eat the food. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that food is like... Oh, reclamation.
Oh, Savine's Reclamation targeting Mentor. That's gonna be a force, pitching
Delver, right?
Delver. Oh no!
Oh, what happened?
So
Did I miss
I
something?
think he just won. Okay. When did he gain life?
He cracked the food.
And then
All right, let's turn
I
to the
can-
players here and figure out exactly what
walk
happened.
us through that last play.
That was very, very good games. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of interesting stuff. The surgical, I wasn't like, I was like, okay, I guess he can get all my threats, and that would be problematic. So I had to be really careful about my Monastery Mentor.
What's up, guys?
Yep, go ahead.
So,
Hey,
what happened at the very end right now? It was a little hard to catch.
Sure. So he Oko minused on that last turn to exchange control of his food with my mentor,
Right.
which
think-
I responded with 2 spells, the Sword of Plowshares on my mentor and a Daze, in order to get its power up to 4, which would fizzle the Oko ability. Then he bolted that in response, and he passed. And I had 2 monks from my 2 spells. I cast Savine's Reclamation on Monastery Mentor. He force willed that, and I cast a Brainstorm. And since he was at 2 with a food, which puts him up to 5, I attacked him for 6.
Yeah, I thought it was actually. I didn't think his last card in hand was going to be actually Brainstorm. So, assuming that it was a dead card, maybe like maybe a counterbalance or something, then he wouldn't have been able to cast 2 spells in one turn, and at least I could
We
counter
were
the
so
Sabines.
confused that he was gonna bolt. We were so concerned that he was gonna. Rich was gonna bolt you.
I was prepared for
Roland,
that.
when you were at 3, and you had tapped out, and Rich had red mana. Like, oh no.
Is it because you had Force of Will in hand? You weren't concerned about Bolt? Is that what you're saying?
I had Force and an off-color card. It wasn't blue, so it was a bluff.
Okay.
But I mean, I knew that Sylvan Library was gonna, show me some stuff, and it showed me like 2 blue cards, so I was, happy going into the next, but could not execute on stealing his mentor in time.